Piece of me wants to make this a DNU video, but then there's another part of me that doesn't want to, and you're going to understand why. So in this picture, you see a man by the name of David Gale, and it's coming out of Florida. As usual, it's always Florida. Unfortunately, this time it's not a feel-good story like the last Florida story that I did. But in the picture next to him, you see a few substances in a Ziploc bag, and it looks like it was found inside of a washer. That looks like a washer, and basically that's drugs, a lot of drugs that was found in this man's possession. I guess he was going to, of course, distribute it to whoever was going to buy from him. They like, look, we may be in the midst of this woo-woo, but business don't stop. And as a matter of fact, business is heightened up since this virus has kicked off. But something about this story just struck me as odd. And I'm going to read to you why I said that. It says, deputies say Florida man had enough fentanyl to create 500,000 fatal doses. That number right there, 500,000, really just kind of sent up a red flag for me. The reason why I say that is because it seems like every time a black person, mainly a black male, is found with possession of these type of drugs, they always over exaggerate to me how much product they have or how many overdoses can come from it. If y'all remember, I did a story about these two black men that was in New York who had different like opioid style products that they were going to distribute or sell to the addict. And when they caught them, they said they had enough fentanyl or opioids to wipe out millions of people. Now, this was in New York. When they said that, I said, I don't believe they had that much to wipe out that many people. I mean, I understand how powerful and potent the drug is, but I do believe they overextend or they over exaggerate how many people will actually be affected by this particular drug. But I'm going to go ahead and read the article, and it reads, a Florida man is accused of having enough fentanyl to create 500,000 potentially fatal doses, according to authorities. David Gale, age 43, of Brooksville, was arrested Friday and charged with trafficking in fentanyl and methamphetamine, possession of cocaine, marijuana, oxycodone, drug paraphernalia, and possession in a structure known for manufacturing drugs with a child present. He would get DNU just on having the child present. Deputies obtained a warrant to search Gale's home Friday and said they discovered more than 2.2 pounds of fentanyl. In addition to the synthetic opioid pain reliever, deputies found half an ounce of hashish and small amounts of cocaine, oxycodone, and marijuana. The fentanyl and methamphetamine found was enough to create 500,000 potentially fatal doses, the sheriff's office said. Anyone who believes that illegal drug trafficking is a victimless crime does not understand the killing power in the roughly 2 pounds of drugs seized during this particular investigation. We can never measure what we prevent, but it is a very good bet that this quantity of fentanyl would have resulted in a number of overdose deaths right here in Hernando County. The sheriff's office said Gale had outstanding warrants for 2 counts of the sale of heroin with 1,000 feet of a place of worship, possession of heroin with intent to sell, possession of conveyance for the sale of heroin, possession of drug paraphernalia, and the unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Gale was being held at the Hernando County Jail with bail set at $215,000. Now, like I said, the part that would get him the DNU is the fact that there was a child there while he was doing it. I'm like, if you're going to do your stuff, just do it. Don't have a child or a minor present while you're doing whatever it is that you do. But I'm still stuck on the 500,000 part because I know, like, and notice that whenever I do a video where it's a palm colored dealer, they never really go into how much product they have, or they'll never say, oh, it has this is enough product here that'll wipe out colonies. The way that they say it, you would think that he could wipe out an entire nation. They said 500,000 doses, deaths, overdoses, even not resulting in death, could have came from this. I like I said, I truly believe, in my opinion, that that's a bit of a reach for the amount of drugs that they have. But like I said, it for all intents and purposes, it could be that much. Who knows? Like I said, we all know what these opioids can do. We've seen it. We've seen videos. We've seen pictures. I've talked about plenty of opioid related stories. The only thing I've said that they've been consistent with is where they said they've actually arrested the dealer of the drug. That's where they've been consistent with this. Even the palm colored ones, because I've done a couple stories where they even got arrested. Now, how much time they did, that's another story. But they're making it seem like this guy is a huge kingpin. But see, the thing is, they want the distribution of these drugs to stop, but they're not going to those big pharmaceutical companies the way that they should. Because they are the real kingpins. They're the ones that are giving, he's just the middleman. They just give the drugs to him and he sells it, turns a profit, and just repeat the cycle. But see, I don't think they have enough power to go after those big pharmaceutical companies. That's a lot of time putting into that, and millions, possibly billions of dollars into that. That's how much they generate every year. But I really do believe that they were reaching with the whole 500,000 doses that could have came from this. Like I said, pay attention. Whenever they catch a black drug dealer, when it comes to opioids, they always give this astronomical number to make it seem like black drug dealers are the main ones pushing this, and it's the one that's causing their poor palm-colored souls to just wither away and die. That's the narrative that they're playing up, that it's black people who are causing this plague to continue, when in actuality, it's two entities, the pharmaceutical companies and the customer. Because at the end of the day, the middleman, the dealer, can only distribute what the addict decides to purchase. And he can only deal out what the manufacturer creates. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Twitter if you haven't done so already. Have your notifications turned on. I'll talk to you in the next one.